Hey everybody, Chris here. Welcome on a Friday afternoon. How's everybody doing? We've got a pump going on today. We've got a rally. Is this the big post-Bitcoin rally for Doge? Not yet, but I'll show you what that could look like because that's coming. Get 4-year cycles, happened before, gonna happen again. We will take a look at that. But this is good. Up and to the right, green candles are definitely good. We're looking at Bitcoin right now. That's right. This is the Bitcoin chart. We're starting with it. $67,000 a Bitcoin. Bitcoin going on a nice big rally today. You would think big IT outage, right? The blue screen of death would mean digital assets should be dropping, right? It's like, because if you've got cash, right, you got big wads of cash here. It's like, no worries, right? IT goes down and you still got cash. Where if you're dealing with digital and you can't access it, I would have thought that the crypto markets would have gone down today, but nope. Just when you think something's going to happen, the opposite does. And we had that today too. A number of reasons for that, which we will get into on this fine Friday. Dogecoin did get back over 12.5 cents here, but now just this minute back down to 12.49. So we may be just settling down right at this level, which is better than down here. But look at this. Kriss has a big green circle, meaning he bought some more Dogecoin. Yes, bought Dogecoin this morning at 11.88. 11.88. This was on the backs of finishing up all of my purchases from getting rid of Render, had bought some stacks, and then had bought Celestia. And I had Yeah, $240 left or something. Just sitting there. And this morning I was like, might as well just buy Doge. So I got 2,000 Doge at 1188. A little more Doge. And then right after I bought, price started going up. I was like, yeah, that's good timing, Kriss. Good timing there. Good timing. Always a good time to buy Dogecoin, though, right? Better than cash, because your cash is going to inflate away. You got big wads of cash sitting there. They buy you less and less every day. Buy Dogecoin. Dogecoin price goes up, gives you that increased buying power. And we can only talk about this maybe for another year or so, and then we'll figure out where we are with Doge. But for now, Kriss says with confidence, the price of Dogecoin is going up through the rest of the year. Post-Bitcoin halving rally is coming, but even without the huge spike, the price of Doge is still going to go up. Still going to go up. So we got lots to cover with this IT outage, what's happening with Bitcoin, and then, of course, what's happening with Doge, and how is the sentiment right now? Because we're still in the middle of July. I mean, Bitcoin, $67,000 Bitcoin, and where's all retail? Where is everybody? They're not here, obviously. Obviously not here. So where is everybody? You get a nice pump on a day like today, and it's like everybody wants to talk about it. Everyone must still be taking the summer off or something. But somebody's buying. Price is going up. Somebody's buying. So that's what we got. Let me drop down here into the corner. We've got Dogecoin, 12.51 up over 12.5 cents. Bitcoin up over 67,000. ETH is up over 3,500. Algorand was doing well last week, but this week cannot reclaim 16 cents. Not yet, but it'll get there. And Solana hit $170 today. Cardano not doing much. Yeah, a little bit of a pump, 44 cents, still not great. And SHIB is still recovering from yesterday's Indian exchange hack, where we had a whole crap ton of SHIB, Matic, and other tokens taken out of a multi-sig wallet that should have been multi-sig, and somehow the code allowed somebody to get in there and extract trillions of SHIB tokens, just trillions of SHIB tokens. I thought having billions was a lot. Trillions. So going to take a while for SHIB to get back up there. But overall, oh, and one more to check, of course, is Jasmine did hit 3 cents again today. And now just drifting just below 3 cents on Jasmine, but still good. Overall, who are the winners? It's the memes. It's still the memes, guys. Bonk, Mog, Popcat, Pepe, Floki, Brett. Those are the ones that are up the most today, more than anything else. Bonk. Yes, Bonk is leading the way. We've been talking about Bonk, and we've been talking about memes, and memes being the narrative in 2024, and they still are. They still are. Now, Doge is up 6%, which is pretty good, more than Bitcoin at 5.6. 6% Doge, okay. But 13% Pepe, 13% Floki, 21% Bonk. So, still a lot of buying of the memes going on, but it's not all in Doge. And as we talked about, Doge will have that challenge, a lot more competition on the meme front. If you're buying into memes, it's not just Doge. But people having a lot of fun with other memes. But that's what we're looking at today. So let me get into the chat here first to start, and then we'll get into the news and what is going on with today's rally. Let's go, Olaf says. Samuel says, crypto climbing on the rumor of the imminent resignation we could have. President Joe Biden saying he's not going to run for president 2024. But I don't think he's going to resign. I don't think he's going to resign his current presidency. I think he would probably see it out. But who knows? It's Kriss time. Hello, Joseph. Matt asks, when I cash out, am I going to pay off my house in one lump sum or make payments? I want to get free of the banks. Free. Done with it. I want to be free of the banks. Because when I cash out, what's going to happen to my cash? If I have it sitting there, I'm not going to be able to make much money on it. And I don't want to have a mortgage. I want to be mortgage free. Is that financially the absolute best? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. It's just what I'm doing. I don't like the banks. So that's my plan. Ryan is drinking something called Leinenkugel. I don't know what that is. But cheers, enjoy it. I am not having a drink tonight. Just taking it easy on a Friday evening. Drink free. If I would have taken profits during the last bull cycle, how much would I have made? We did a calculation of that a couple weeks ago, and it would have been in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. Hundreds of thousands of dollars I would have made. But I didn't. I thought Doge was going higher, thought Doge was going to $1, didn't sell. And then as Doge was going down from 50 cents to 40 cents, 30, it's like, it's going to turn back around. We're still in the bull cycle. And it never did. Until now. And now we have a chance to see that big turnaround this cycle. Last time Bitcoin was at 70K, Doge was at 20 cents. Yep. The Doge BTC pair is down a bit. Bitcoin kind of leading this rally, except for those other memes that we talked about, which means the Bitcoin dominance has been going up today. Here's the Bitcoin dominance chart. But things go in cycles and things go in waves. If we zoom out onto the 4-hour chart on this, Bitcoin dominance was higher back here, 5th of July. If we look at the Doge BTC pair, tends to be drifting down a little. Again, 0002 is my target there, and we're at 18.7 now, so just under it. Again, that July 4th dip really hurt the memes and altcoins much more than Bitcoin. But Doge will go on its own run. But right now, this is a good recovery. Were you buying on the dips here in the 11s? I was. And of course, my 13-cent end of July price prediction is still in play. Still in play. So we'll be watching that. Doge looks like 15 cents incoming. Could be, Judge. Could be. Uppy up is good. May I ask if X integration is the only way Doge will reach $1, what percentage is your conviction that Doge will be integrated on X? It's a coin flip. It's a coin flip. 50-50, Matt. 50-50, I say right now. I think Elon's going to do something. It may not be the integration on X we would like, but he's going to do something, I think. And that may be enough to spark a huge Dogecoin rally. But we'll see. Of course, low roller. Everybody heard. Which is what I started off with, thinking that with that news this morning, I was expecting crypto to actually go down. Digital assets with computer outages. I would have thought digital assets would be crashing. Worldwide computer outages. I wouldn't think that would be good for digital assets and crypto. And instead it went up. Go figure. A coworker is working from India right now next to Microsoft, and she said they were all in panic over there. I bet they were. I wish it was always when I bought Doge, there was a pump. I wish that was the case. Just keep buying, buy the dips. Hey, Olav, you joined. Welcome to the family. Olav will be receiving at the top of the bull market some of this 75,000 Dogecoin. Yes, some of that 75,000 Dogecoin. There was just a $7.6 million Bitcoin liquidation on Binance. I still keep up with these liquidations. Right there. 7.6 on a short. They nabbed a shorter for $7.6 million. Yes, love it. Squeeze out them shorts. Let's go. I always have my little notifications on so I can know like when the big ones hit. Welcome to the family, Olaf. New member hype. Yes, let's go. Memes are the narrative. Absolutely. People say, what good are memes? But I mean, if you can't have fun with your money, it's like, why not, right? We looked at Gary Network before. Not my thing, disclosure. Sorry. Nate gives a warm welcome to Olav. Ryan, good afternoon. Do you see where Binance got court approval to invest customer fiat in U.S. Treasury bills? No, I didn't see that. Why would Binance want to be investing customer fiat in treasury bills. That seems somewhat anti-crypto. I don't know. I'll look into that, though. That just seems odd. Did you have Binance doing that? The Trump Bitcoin conference means Bitcoin will crash. I kind of think it's going to do the opposite. If Trump actually talks about Bitcoin being a reserve currency in the United States, something like that, Bitcoin's going to go wild. Now, could some of this rise in the Bitcoin price today be in anticipation of that next week? Maybe. Sometimes we get stuff like that happening. But that would be exciting. I think that would be exciting. He could actually make it happen. Come on, Doge, back up over 12.5, please. I know, Ron, just half a cent off from 13. We still have about a week and a half to go. And then we'll see whether Kriss Pax gets another month right on the money. Exact, Ryan, 50-50. You have two options. It either happens or it doesn't. Exactly, 50-50. Armando, how are you? I need to make money with Doge before being deported by Donald Trump. Well, Armando, if you are in the United States illegally, that is that's not good. That's not good. And my views, unfortunately, don't help you because I do not agree with the Biden administration's allowance of immigrants coming into this country illegally. So what can you do about it? Well, you can take your Dogecoin and you can put it on a hardware device, right? Put it on a hardware device. It's the best thing you can do. And always keep your seed phrase with you, memorize it, whatever you need to do. So wherever you end up in the world, you can still access your cryptocurrency. That's the best you can do. Unfortunately, you're in this position. I'd be interested to hear what made you make the decision to enter the United States illegally. There are many fine people in this country from who immigrated here from countries all over the world that went through the long and expensive process of entering the country legally, and I support that. So you still have time. Day one for Donald Trump being in office isn't until the middle of January of 2025. So you have time to prepare. Right. So if he wants better life opportunities in the United States, there are ways to do that legally. XRP, pumping and dumping is XRP. I mean, it's just 57 cents again. It's nothing. So had a little run up and then pumps back down, gets in the 60s, pumps back, dumps back into the 50s, and then it's actually lower than it was just a few days ago, where Bitcoin is higher. XRP sucks. You're welcome, Olaf. Investing money in meme coins is better than buying lottery tickets. I agree with that. Yeah, Binance needs to transfer Jasmy out of that zone, that whatever that is, that development zone, and just get rid of that. Just have it regular. Binance needs to do that. And I know the Jasmy community has been in contact with Binance about that. And I don't know what it takes for Binance to change that designation. Basically, it was something that Binance created on newer cryptocurrencies that they thought had the chance of having much more volatility. Kind of a dumb thing, in my opinion. You either list it or you don't. Why have this other category? I think they tried to do it to appease the United States regulators, the SEC. But I don't think it really matters. Have I heard news on a major exchange about to go bankrupt? But didn't say which exchange. Well, that doesn't help. If you're going to make an accusation like that, like you think there's some exchange that's going to go bankrupt, you should say which exchange it is, idiot. I'm sorry, but oh, I think an exchange is about to go bankrupt. Dumb. Who's that guy again? The Moon YouTube channel? I don't know who the Moon YouTube channel is. If you're trading in the United States, I say stick with Coinbase, Robinhood. Don't go trading on MEXC. Don't go trading on these other offshore exchanges. Be safe. And particularly with leverage too. If you really want to do leverage trading, oh my God, be careful. Those exchanges you're sending money to, especially if you don't have to do KYC, do you really trust them? Do you really trust them? I support Coinbase. I support Robinhood. That's it. Crypto.com is still on the borderline here. Still in conversations with them. That's the only other one I use. But if you're using one of those other exchanges and you've got a lot of crypto on there, I would look at getting your crypto into a hardware wallet and not leaving it on some non-KYC exchange, just to be safe. 7 million in whale investments going into Doge. I know we were talking about the whales. Been talking about the whales. Yeah, Low Roller says that too. Get your hardware wallet for your crypto, Armando. Go to Canada. How many Americans can pass the citizenship test? Probably not a lot. Probably not a lot. Maybe they should hire illegal immigrants. These fast food can't find workers. Well, it comes a point in time where workers got to decide if you need work bad enough. If the government keeps giving free handouts, people don't have to work, right? Free money, I'll take it. I don't want to work. I'll take the free money. That needs to stop, in my opinion. That needs to stop. Get rid of the free handouts. We've raised the minimum wage. Some states are higher than others. Get a job. Not for illegal immigrants. No. That's just my opinion. What do I know? Return to 20 cents by the end of the year? That's realistic. Your job is a handout. That's why you're always here, right? Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. I don't like handouts. I believe in good wages for good work and not handouts. If you've got a college loan, you need to pay it off. Government should not be paying it off for you on the backs of other U.S. taxpayers. Sorry. But you know how you can help yourself. That's what we're here for, cryptocurrency. By wealth building, you invest in cryptocurrency, buy low, sell high, and then you don't have to worry about that stuff. Right? That's what I say. Oh, you do work. You're good and fast. Meet all your deadlines. Good, Brian. That's better. I like that better. Yes. I'm the same way. Get it done. Meet your deadlines. Which allows me to come on here at 4 o'clock now instead of 5 o'clock. It's the summertime, though, too. Things tend to slow down a little bit during the summer. All right, let's get into it, guys. Number one, massive global IT failure is disrupting essential services worldwide today. Airlines, trains, hospitals, all kinds of businesses disrupted. Services such as banking, travel, media, supermarkets, payment systems, telecommunications, and more. Meanwhile, the Dogecoin network remains fully operational and unaffected by the outage, which is why we do Doge. Now, if more businesses accepted Dogecoin for payment, we don't care about those banks. Those banks can be offline, would not affect the way we operate with Doge. That's awesome. Now, between CrowdStrike and Microsoft and whatever the details are, of which I read a little bit, but didn't fully understand it. And I was just like, I don't need to know. It doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect what I'm doing. I mean, I've got Windows-based computers, but I don't use that security overlay like that. I've got Windows Defender or whatever. I use that. But not this CrowdStrike thing, or whatever it's called. The vulnerability, though, that one company that is integrated on all of these systems worldwide can have a routine software upgrade and have some kind of flaw in its code to cause the disruption that happened. Seems to me that our systems are too centralized. Too centralized. So in the video this morning, I talked about how Dogecoin is decentralized, right? Decentralized. Well, I know, Marcus, right? You can't get your money into the exchanges without banks, right? Which is why you need to already be there. You need to already be there before these problems happen with the banks. Unless you're in a job where you're actually getting paid in cryptocurrency. If you could manage that, that'd be awesome. Then you don't even need the banks. Doge is superior. You think the USA, Mexico, and Canada will merge? No, I do not see that at all. No, I do not see that at all. The United States does not want to be part of Mexico. No. No reason to do that. I'm the laziest guy I know, average 12 to 13 hours a day, but I get to do what I love, hitting the like button. Good for you. But yeah, thanks for everyone. Hit the like button. Exactly. CrowdStrike is down 14 billion. Yeah, that's bad. That is bad. So, what's going on? Well, this is an interesting chart from Don Crypto. This orange line down here is the NASDAQ over the past 2 weeks. The NASDAQ topped off and then just leveled off and is actually retracing a little bit over the past few days. The NASDAQ. But look at the price of Bitcoin. So Bitcoin and NASDAQ are no longer correlated. The stocks have topped off. Well, some stocks. I mean, MicroStrategy went up huge today. Coinbase went up huge today. Those are the crypto stocks, right? Crypto stocks up. And even my fun little Meggle that I was telling you about last week took off today. So some stocks, like MicroStrategy, up $223 today. $1,700 now for one share of MicroStrategy 2 weeks out from the 10-to-1 stock split that's coming for MicroStrategy. I've got my 4 shares of MicroStrategy that's going to become 40 shares on the 10-to-1 split in a couple weeks. But I'm enjoying this run right now. That's pretty nice. And for those who were watching me before talking about Meggle this afternoon, Meggle woke up because it was like dead. It's been dead for weeks. And then this afternoon, it's like, woo! That's why you play some of these fun little stock plays every now and then. The penny stocks, you know. Never know what's going to happen. It's just something I do for the fun of it, for some little things. I don't have too much of this stuff, but it's nice when you make a pick and then all of a sudden it just decides to wake up one day. So we'll see what happens on Monday with this thing. So far, after market, it's still at 60 cents. No, I'm not ready to take the profits yet. I want to see this thing go. I want to see what happens. I haven't even checked the news yet on what happened and why all of a sudden there was this buying of this stock today. But MicroStrategy, nice. I know it's hot garbage. Exactly, Tedward, which is why you can make money on it. It's total garbage. Chinese company with 8 employees, which is exactly why it's doing what it's doing. It's expected. We're seeing the rotation in stocks now away from the big ones and back into the small caps. It's happening. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But we do have this break in the correlation here. While that is rotation is happening on the stocks to the small caps, crypto is recovering and getting ready for the big move, which it hasn't even started yet. It hasn't even started yet. Titan of Crypto says, look, Wyckoff reaccumulation schematic, phase C, that's the spring point. We had it. So coming into phase D, which will be through August, and then phase E into September, and we could be seeing $78,000 to $80,000 Bitcoin in just about a month. We will be back all-time highs for Bitcoin. And we're just getting started. So it's not just me saying this. There's a lot of people out there. And we still have alt season to talk about because we're still down in near Bitcoin season here. Now we've come out a little bit. We had a nice little pump for alts, and then Bitcoin sort of took over on July 4th, July 5th, when there was that big dip. The alts got hit harder. But eventually, we're going to see this, like we saw in 2021, when it became true alt season, just like we're seeing with small cap stocks now. We're going to see alt season take off with crypto. That's still coming. So Jonathan Morgan wrote this as like, so Doge finally looks hot. What's going on? Doge could spike considerably between now and December. Here's why. From a time cycle perspective, Dogecoin is currently sitting at the very end of its normal range to retest prior all-time highs. If you consider crypto cycles related to the Bitcoin halving, 6 months post-halving is generally when we start to see some big moves in the whole space. So from April, May, June, July, August, September, October, that would be 6 months. From an Elliott Wave perspective, Dogecoin is likely bottomed for the swing and could begin a drive higher at any time. The most likely time could be between the weeks of August 12th and August 26th. Are you guys ready? Have you been accumulating? I just bought some 11-cent Dogecoin this morning. Yes, at 11.88. I bought more Doge this morning. How about you? Have you been accumulating? Are you ready? And a conservative target for the end of 2024 is the 100% Fibonacci extension at 0.296. So that'll be around 30-cent Dogecoin. Of which then 2025, the price would even go higher. An aggressive target for 2024 would be the 161 fib extension at 56 cents. So what are we going to see? By the end of the year, do we see 30 cents? 55 cents? But this is where we are. Ready for that move to happen. And it's playing out that way. RSI is low, MACD crossover happening, all gearing up. And that's without the big catalyst. That's just Doge moving generally with the crypto market. But as we enter alt season, the alts are going to outperform Bitcoin. Bitcoin can still drive a lot of the price up or down, of which we think it's going to be up. But then with the alts then outperforming Bitcoin, like we're going to see in the stock market, the small caps are going to start to outperform the large caps. The large caps have had their run. A lot of people made a lot of money on Nvidia and Meta and Microsoft, Google. Now they're going to start chasing the small caps. Look for the Russell 2000 to outperform the Vanguard 500 on the stocks, and the alts to outperform Bitcoin as we enter alt season. That's what I see happening. So, Dogecoin forecasted to surge 225%. That would be to 39 cents. 39 cents as a price target for Doge by the end of the year. So that's cutting this one in half. Between 29 and 56, and they're saying 39. Personally, I'll take any of those. I prefer the 55, 56 cents, prefer it to be higher. But I'll take any of them. Is Dogecoin finally gearing up for a post-halving rally? A closer look at Dogecoin's post-halving prospects paints a bright future for Doge. So this is Mickey Bull. Here's what Mickey Bull shows. We've been there before. 2016 halving. Look at the chart. We have a narrowing wedge pattern post-halving, which leads to a run up to the 1.6 Fibonacci level, and then we eclipse it. And we showed this the other day. Again, 2020, narrowing wedge leads to a rally over the 1.6 Fibonacci level. And then we have the bonus price, which was huge in 2021. Well, guess what? Here we are, 2024, and look at that. A wedge happening, which means what's the next move? You go up to the 1.6 Fibonacci, which is at $1, and everything in yellow is bonus over that. That's the Dogecoin to $1 scenario. And with that, we've always had a lowering RSI, an RSI down, ready for the bounce. And that's exactly where we are. Again, just looking at the charts, looking at the history, post Bitcoin halving rally still to come for Dogecoin. Still to come. Now this, as I was looking at these predictions, I found one from July 2023. This was a year ago. This article is a year ago. Doge eyes huge pump amid potential X implementation. Here we are a year later, still the same scenario, but this was Stock Money Lizards in their chart, and they predicted that we would have a base. The base would be retested, which it was. If you remember, this was in July 2023. We were buying crypto at 5.8 cents late September, early October, before a run up toward the end of the year. That happened. Not exactly like the stock money chart, but close. A retrace in the new year, and then another run up. That run up actually went higher, up to 22 cents. The potential, though, is for a run up to 30 cents. Now, they were showing it like mid-year. So, not exactly happened. But again, they're looking at a fractal from before. But this is the big run up that someone was talking about. Yeah, low roller, right? This is the one that goes up on a percentage basis, $24, which I totally don't believe it. But that would be if we had a percentage repeat of 2021. So that's a little much on a logarithmic percentage basis. But some people are still talking about it, just not me. But meanwhile, here we are in July of 2024. This is one of Ben Cowan's charts from his Into the Cryptoverse website, where he tracks views on the major YouTube crypto channels. And aside from a nice little spike that we had here in March, we're now back down near our lows. I mean, you guys are here. I appreciate that. But we're nowhere near the 2021 levels of YouTube views on crypto channels. Retail will come. Retail will come. Even though we do have Bitcoin hitting $67,000 a Bitcoin, retail is not here yet. Some are, and congratulations to those who are, because you're able to buy with whatever money you're making today at a much lower price than you will be able to buy quite soon. Later this summer and into the fall, you're not going to be able to buy Dogecoin at 11 cents. You'll still be able to buy, and you'll still be able to make a profit, just not as much. No, unfortunately, Ryan, Kriss Pax isn't one of Ben Cowan's chosen crypto channels. Maybe next time. Maybe next time. Yeah, but Ivan on Tech is on here, and Coin Bureau and BitBoy, Cryptos R Us, you know, those guys. Good for them. But this was just to show views are still down. We haven't even started yet. Good question. Will retail be buying Bitcoin at 70K? No, they'll be buying it at 100K because people are stupid. They could buy it at 70K, but they'll wait until all the hype at 100K. And then they'll be like, oh, I got to get some of that. Just like the line out the door when Dogecoin's at $1. People will be wanting that Dogecoin at $1, but they don't want it at 12.5 cents. That's how retail works. When the hype hits, that's when they'll be lining up. Exactly, low roller. That's when they'll be buying Dogecoin. They're not even paying attention right now. I mean, you guys are, right? Our family is here. And we're buying on the dips. But retail out there, they are not here yet. They are not here. Low volume, low trading still. Whales are accumulating. We've been watching those whale wallets. They're accumulating. Retail's not here yet. Some of them are chasing other meme tokens. Many of them just getting smashed and wrecked. More and more hear about accounts losing money. There's no reason you should be losing money in crypto in 2024. You should not be losing money in crypto in 2024. I'm up quite a bit. I'm doing okay. And that's not even including the Doge that I had back in 2021. That's everything else I was buying, mostly in 2023. Just got to be a little smart about it, and you can make decent money. Would you do 100x? Probably not. My strategy, probably not going to do 100x. Although Jasmine might be one that does have a chance because I'm already up almost 10x. And if Jasmine does another 10x up to 35 cents, that'd be 100x for me. I'll take that. Yep, they will FOMO in. They will FOMO in. Bitcoin's dominance still rising, won't be alt season for a while yet. That's right. But the time to prepare is now, not then, because then it'll already be happening. Yeah, Marcus, we'll be talking about all of the selling strategies this fall. It's too early this summer to be talking about profit taking and selling strategies. Too early for that. We'll be doing that this fall. Good evening, Jay. How are you? Happy Friday, Adam. I know, I'm blown away too. How can one software update shut down half the world? That's why this morning I made this video about Dogecoin being decentralized. It was just like, you can't have single points of failure. You can't have it. And Dogecoin just keeps ticking away, doing its thing. Doing its thing. Oh, you were in Megal in that first big pump? I know. I saw it happening, but I didn't invest in it then. And I'm like, it just has a feeling that we're in for another round of that craziness. And Megal might just be one of those that does it. So I threw some at it. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Holiday in Spain. Oh, 10 days to Spain, Hotel FA. Enjoy your holiday. Doge already did a 400%. We couldn't even break 24 cents when Bitcoin was all-time high. 30 cents is maybe realistic. Yeah, if X Payments doesn't use crypto or Doge, it'll be disappointing. That's true. I mean, that's the chance you take, right? Are you investing in Dogecoin, though, only to make like the most profit? Or are you also investing in Dogecoin because it's a fun cryptocurrency and you want to spend it, you want to use it, you want to be anti-bank, you enjoy the memes? There's a lot of other reasons. I think most of you want to max out your percentage gains, though, and you probably wouldn't be here if you have a negative attitude about Dogecoin. Then you think Elon's going to do something else is going to happen with Doge, and it's all going to be worth it. So for the short term, yes, Bitcoin has outperformed not only Dogecoin, but most other cryptocurrencies too. There's a few that have outperformed Bitcoin. I mean, Solana went on a big run last year, yes. And there's some others, but they're just a handful. Otherwise, Bitcoin over the past year and a half has outperformed most other cryptocurrencies. And you wouldn't have expected that. You think all altcoins will outperform Bit. No, not so far. But the rotation will happen. Again, it's going to be this rotation from Bitcoin season back to alt season. And we're not there yet. We're not there yet. Now, part of that was the Bitcoin spot ETFs, right? A lot of money flowing into Bitcoin there that wasn't flowing into other cryptos. So yes, Bitcoin hit an all-time high. Dogecoin, 22, 23 cents. But there wasn't anything specific about Doge for people to get excited about. That'll happen. It'll get there. That's what I think. And too many other memes this cycle. Exactly. And I've talked about it. There's a lot more competition for your dollars for these other memes. Hey, Niels, how are you? Yeah, and X Payments, what they're going to end up doing right now, it's going to be like a PayPal on X. And then they'll add crypto in, like PayPal did. That looks like that's the direction it's going. Yeah, $24 Dogecoin. That's crazy. But you'll take 20. I'll get that. That's good, right? So oil retailers will be back in Dogecoin at 50 cents when they hear the Dogecoin news. And then especially $1, yes. People still stuck in Doge at 30 cents, waiting to sell. Could be. Yeah. And there'll probably be some profit taking when Doge gets up to 35 cents. And I've been talking about that. Yep. Right. People finally buy into Tesla when the stock hits $200, when you could have been buying it last year for $100. But that's when all that negativity was out there about Tesla, right? All the FUD was out there. But that's when I was buying my Tesla stock. My average, I think, is 116 for my Tesla stock. Not bad. And again, I just bought it a year and a half ago. I haven't been in it for a long, long time. Hey, Niels. No, crypto is one of my side jobs. I have a full-time job. I'm an architect. Full-time job, nice benefits, 401k plan, all that stuff. But this is what's going to build me wealth. The job is nice, safety, security, decent salary. It's okay, but not wealth building salary, especially in architecture. You don't become an architect to become wealthy. That's why I'm in this. A little later in my life, I get around to the point where I'm thinking about wealth. I've done okay over the years, but now I'm like, I want to enjoy life a little more. I want to travel more, do some more fun things that cost a little more money. I don't want to be budgeting like my monthly expenses when I'm retired. I don't want to do that. I want to live and enjoy life. This is the chance. What's up, Jason? Spell Token, I'm getting kind of pissed off about Spell Token, their low roller. I don't know, just something about it doesn't seem right. I may be taking some profit, rotating it into a faster horse. Yeah, it'll probably drop a zero again, but I think there's going to be better runs to be had. Just got that feeling. Yeah, what about data centers too? I know. Crypto kept churning around though. Didn't stop crypto. BTC will be too expensive for retail. No, they'll buy Bitcoin. They'll buy Bitcoin too, but I think they'll buy more altcoins. Again, when we talk about retail, we're talking about people who are coming into crypto new. Those aren't typically the ones who buy ETH. And they don't usually buy memes right away unless it's Dogecoin because they don't know anything, right? And those memes, right? You got to get on like Uniswap, right? Or PancakeSwap or, like Jupiter or some of these others, right? For Solana memes. And that takes some prior knowledge of cryptocurrency to be able to do that. So that's not the new crypto investors. The new crypto investors are going to come in for Bitcoin and Dogecoin. That's what we're going to see. When penny stock season is coming, it's coming. I already feel it. I think it's starting to happen now. That's what I think. That's why I bought Megal. And I still have Gevo. Still have my Gevo stock. I finally gave up on Workhorse before it did its reverse stock split. Glad I'm out of that. Hey, Ina, how are you? I did have a good week. Looking forward to a great weekend. Humidity is gone here in Boston. 80-degree weather, low humidity. It's going to be beautiful. Hope everybody gets out, enjoys their time. Maybe X payment for Doge next bull run? Maybe, which is why I'm never going to sell all of my Dogecoin. I will take profits. I will not have all of my Dogecoin that I have now come 2026. That's guaranteed. I will be taking some profits. And if Doge decides to take off then, well, I'll be able to ride it with what I have. But it's not going to be zero. Doge to 30 cents soon. That's what this guy's saying. Mickey Bull. Ready for the big run up. It's coming. Post Bitcoin halving. Time for the run to happen. Stock money lizards. Post Bitcoin halving. Time for the run to happen. Jonathan saying, look, by the end of the year, this year will be between 30 cents and 56 cents. Back over 12 and a half. Bitcoin back over 67. Not dropping back down. We'll start talking about profit taking later in the year, Ryan, okay? Later this year, we will be talking about strategies and profit taking. Just don't want to get into that right now. We're still in accumulation stage. We're talking about buying Dogecoin now, not selling. You're welcome, Marcus. Take care. The banks and the institutions will definitely be FOMOing into Bitcoin at 100,000. Exactly. But so will retail. I think you will get some retail buying in, new people coming in, hearing about Bitcoin on the news. I think you're going to get some of that. It's not going to be the college students, although there is still some very active markets buying and selling online digital goods using Bitcoin. That does happen. It's a very small percentage of the overall population, but it is happening. Yeah, through crypto.com, they got a lot of the meme coins. That is true. They've got some specials going on now with the caw, the crow with knife. They're giving away free Bitcoin. You can get like $5 or $10 of free Bitcoin if you make a caw purchase. And I think they're doing something with Blast as well. So crypto.com always has these kind of things going on. The nice thing about when retail comes into FOMO, they'll buy Doge, ETH, Bitcoin. Those are the main ones on Robinhood. All the others go to Coinbase or other channels. That's true. A lot of it, Tedward is right. A lot of it is going to be Robinhood driven. There's a lot of crypto people who first bought crypto because of Robinhood. Absolutely. Absolutely. And then you learn more about crypto. And then you start learning about self-custody. You learn about the exchanges, other cryptocurrencies that aren't available on Robinhood. That's how it worked last cycle. Absolutely. Listening to Kriss Pax live, laying on the beach sunbathing, sipping some Miller High Life. Not a bad life, huh, Wei? Not a bad life. Enjoy the day. The Republican National Convention, very positive. We'll see what Trump says at next week's Bitcoin conference. Is he really going to say something like Bitcoin being a reserve currency or something like that? Is he really going to say that? Or is he just going to stick with mining all of the rest of the Bitcoin in the United States? Blockchain technology, I don't know. I think he's got some good advisors that are telling him the right thing, because he was anti-Bitcoin before. That's because he was pro-US dollar, and he thought the two were in competition with each other. And they're not. They don't have to be. So next week will be very, very interesting in what happens in Nashville. What's Trump going to say? Because he's got all the momentum right now, and everybody is listening to everything he says. It'll be very interesting. Have I heard of meme AI? I haven't, Ryan. I don't know what meme AI is. See if I can see what this is. Meme AI. There's super meme AI. No. Meme AI price. Oh, there's a meme AI token. Well, that looks like it's a joke. This is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at this. Meme AI. Looks like some token. Yeah. Uniswap, Mexi, Bitmart. Small market cap. Yeah, I don't know what this is. How long has it been around? Since February. Launched in February, had a big run up here in March, and then has just been slowly dying off since. Yeah, doesn't look great. Doesn't look like a great chart. Looks like all the money was made back here in March. Be careful out there with that. Hit here. Retail is always late. None of my friends listened when I told them to buy at 003 or a penny or 10 cents. I know. But then you don't want to be convincing them to buy. And look what they did. They finally bought it 50 to 70 cents. And they probably blamed you for it when the price went down. It's your fault. Regardless of the truth, they'll still blame you. You can't win. Yeah, and if the Reddit community is all about taking profits when Doge hits $1, what if it doesn't? What if it never does? What if it goes back up to like 70 cents again, and that's as high as it goes? And you go through another cycle, and you wait. I'm not playing that game. I got stuff I want to do. Trump said it's going to be fast. I'm pretty excited too. I thought it was a good convention. It was kind of fun with Hulk Hogan and Dana White, Kid Rock. All the political pundits were like, it's got to be more serious than that. But Donald Trump I think he was having fun. I think he's kind of got it in the bag. And I think he feels that. But we'll see. How big is your Doge bag? Well, I added 2,000 more Doge today at 0.1188 down here. This morning, right before it took off, I bought more Doge. at 1188, right there on the dip. I don't know exactly how many Doge I have because I've got Doge in a lot of different places, from Ledger to Exodus to MyDoge, Coinbase, Robinhood. It's somewhere between 2.5 and 3 million Doge, somewhere in that range. Can Doge go back to 9 cents? Highly unlikely at this point. There's a lot of momentum happening here. Midsummer. We just had a dip. I don't know. I kind of doubt it right now. We're seeing some good momentum in Bitcoin. ETH ETFs starting trading next week. All this excitement about the US presidential race. Change in leadership means Gary Gensler's gone. The SEC FUD is gone. A pro-crypto administration in the United States will be very exciting. And this is all in anticipation of that now. We're not seeing 9 cent Doge again. I don't think so. I don't think so. Your friends are still holding their 50, 60 cent Doge, but they haven't been DCAing at low prices. They're just sitting there waiting. Wow. DCA, the way to go. Put a couple bucks, these new meme coins on Crow Exchange, get a huge upside. One of them could be the next. You never know. You never know. Sell, then travel for you. Yep. Mine is sell, B, have real estate that has no mortgage on it, owned outright, and then travel. You were banned from Reddit, Jason? What did you say? What did you say? Look at Doge. 1257. Moving up. Flip 67 to support, Dennis, on Bitcoin. We'll see. Yeah, I can take the 64.5. This was the old one here. Well, 64.5. And that's the one I was talking about would flip from resistance to support. Was 64.5. Because that's where we were yesterday. Just blew right by it. And in the meantime, have been taking out leveraged longs, like this one $7.6 million trade on Binance. Someone had a big short. It was a leveraged short, not leveraged longs, the shorts. Squeezed out that short there. $7 million bet. Liquidated. So yeah, I think they're going to be liquidating more shorts. It's going to keep going up. Eventually it'll retrace and they'll take out some new leveraged longs that are being created up here because people are probably riding this wave up and creating new leveraged long positions. So yeah, eventually sometime this weekend, you'll see a dip and you'll see some of those leverage positions get liquidated, and then it'll turn around and go right back up. We could see that. What are my top 3 cryptos? Top 3 cryptos are Dogecoin, Jasmy. Those are my top 2. What would be my third? So which do I want to do the best? Would be Algorand, because that's my second biggest holding still is Algorand. I still have a big bet on Algorand, which hasn't played out yet. But I don't feel great about it. I really don't feel great about it. The one that I'm enjoying holding now is Celestia. Celestia, I think, has a possibility of outperforming Algorand, Optimism, Arbitrum, all of those. And I've been accumulating some Celestia. You can buy Algorand on Coinbase, you just can't stake it there. If you want to stake it, you got to move it off. And yes, Dogecoin is my biggest holding. Yep. You have 20,000 to slowly add more Doge after you sold your car? DCAing, right? Didn't go all in? Yep. Overall, we're still looking at, a great day of trading across crypto that we've had. Again, Solana hit 170. Now it seems to be flattening out here. But there's some that are still moving. We looked at the crypto bubbles earlier. The biggest ones are Mog, Bonk, Brett, Popcat. It's the memes. They're still the biggest. Are the memes. Optimism has done well. Say has done well. Phantom has done well. Jasmy, 8.5. That's good. But not Mog, Bonk, and Popcat, right? It's just like... Bought more Jasmy today. Hey, buying Jasmy under 3 cents is pretty good. That's pretty good. $2.98 right now. Because Jasmy is going to be 4 cents again before you know it. I think so. That July 4th dip just hurt a lot of cryptos. And they all went down much more than Bitcoin did, that July 4th dip that we had. But most cryptos are all the way back up where they were back on the 1st of July. That was a buying opportunity right there. First 2 weeks of July, buying opportunity right there. And here's Dogecoin, back where it was on July 1st, 12.5 cents. Same thing. Did I buy Pepe Coin when it added a 0? Actually, I bought it right before then. It just looked like Pepe wasn't going to add that 0 back. And so I bought in at 1096 back here, right there. I bought it on this dip on 17th of June, right there. Because that was the same dip that it had on the 14th of June. It came back up to about 12.5, and then when it dipped back down and it hit that same mark that it had on the 14th, I bought on the 17th right there. So I bought it too soon. I didn't know this July 4th dip was going to happen, so I bought it here. But now it's going back up. So I'm in the green. Just could have had more if I'd waited a couple weeks. But there you go. Still in the game. 6 months from now, we'll look back on this and we'll be like, anything you bought this summer, it's going to be good. Anything you bought this summer. How did I get so much Doge? Wish I found Kriss' channel before moving things without writing purchase info down. Yeah. Good luck with that. Only me. I was, again, it's just moving funds around, making funds available to buy more crypto for this bull run. That's what it was. And making a big bet on Dogecoin. If I had put it all in Solana instead of Dogecoin, I'd be much better off today. Much better off. But after that FTX crash, so it's like we didn't know what Solana was going to be because it was being manipulated so much by FTX, and they held so much of that Solana. If I'd put it all in Solana instead of Dogecoin like I did, I'd be up extra $1 million, $2 million, $3 million or something. But who knew, right? You don't know. I don't kick myself over it though. We'll see what happens with Doge. Doge still have its day. Like we were saying earlier, it's just like Doge still has a run coming. Just like it did after the 2016 halving, just like it did after the 2020 halving. We're now past the 2024 halving. It hasn't gone on its run yet. Why wouldn't Doge 100x off the bottom? It could. From $5 to, I'm sorry, 5 cents to $5. That would be 100x, right? It could do that. But, and we looked at what $5 Dogecoin would actually look like in terms of market cap and everything, and it's not that far out of the realm of things if it's actually being used. It's not going to go to $5 just based on hope. Hopium isn't going to make it. Not at this point. But sure, from the bottom, summer of 2022, Dogecoin hit 4.95 cents. That was the bottom of that bear cycle. $100x? Sure. And I mean, that's why last summer I was buying Jasmine at 0.0036. At 3.6 cents, I'm up 10x. At 36 cents, if it gets there, that would be 100x. That can happen. KP's ready for Doge to run. Me too. 1000x. You're dreaming now, low roller. What's Cryptoris? I bought Doge under a penny by a super lucky random decision. Sometimes that happens, right? Gonna check ETH, yes. What do you think will happen after ETF launch? So ETH is interesting at this point. ETH is kind of hanging out right now. I mean, it's gone up a bit today, but not as much as Bitcoin and other alts. ETH ETFs are scheduled to start trading on Tuesday next week. It looks like that's all lining up. Looks like the Grayscale Future ETF that's going to be converted to a spot. It's applied to have really low trading fees, unlike the Grayscale Futures Trust Bitcoin. When they converted that to spot, they had huge fees. And so you had a bunch of people selling all of that Bitcoin ETF because they didn't like those big fees. So for the ETH, Grayscale doesn't have the big fees. They're going to have low fee. In fact, I think theirs is the lowest of the 8 applicants or so. So we may not see big selling happen from Grayscale on ETH, which would be good. Will there be as much buying of the ETH ETFs as there was for Bitcoin? Probably not. Probably not. But there'll be some. I think more will come with a change in the SEC leadership, especially if Hester Pierce becomes SEC commissioner, because she's talking about how ETH staking actually could be allowed in ETFs, which would be very attractive to a lot of investors to have that staking. There are many who are predicting $5,000 ETH by the end of the year. At the present price, around $3,500. That's pretty good return for something as big as ETH. That's pretty good. So that's what I see for ETH. All right, Dennis. You did a 30x on AOS. Nice. Nice. $1 max, Borchetta says, and many sell at $1. Yeah, we've talked about what happens to Dogecoin. If Dogecoin does go on a big run and starts getting close to $1, what's going to happen? What's going to happen as it starts getting near $1? Are we going to see mass selling, profit taking before it hits $1? 98 cents, 97, 95, right? Yes, that's going to happen. Most likely that's going to happen. And there's going to be a lot of selling pressure. But depending on what's going on with Dogecoin, once that initial selling is done, the buyers come in, scoop it all up, and send it over $1. That's pretty realistic. But we're still only at 12.5 cents now. We got a ways to go before we get there. We have a ways to go. So Mt. Gox, from what I've read, over 60% of the funds between Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash have already been transferred to exchanges. When they get in the hands of the users, we don't know. But over 60% has already been transferred from Mt. Gox wallets to exchange wallets. Some of those exchanges are taking their time to get them distributed to the users. So I don't think we've seen any selling pressure so far based on that. But there was some just based on the FUD of it going to happen, already priced in, that kind of thing, maybe. And we may not get a dump. Hey, Mars, how are you? Hanging out on a Friday. Doing good. I know. There'll be more people buying. Dogecoin to $1 is going to be out there in the news. That's going to hit mainstream. That's like, I mean, when Bitcoin hits 100K, I think you're going to see the same thing. You're going to see profit taking before Bitcoin makes it to 100K, but there's going to be all these news stories. It's going to be out there, going to get a lot of people's attention. And we would see the same with Doge. I remember people selling Dogecoin at 1.8 cents to finally get their money back in 2021, since they'd waited 4 years from 2018. Yeah. Can you imagine finally selling at 1.8 cents? And then the next week it goes up to 7.5 and 8 cents. That's what happened. End of January, beginning of February 2021. That's what happened. Craziness. Craziness with Doge. Anything happening with lower valued liquidations right now? Not much. I guess XRP went to 58 cents. Small liquidation on a short, but then a couple new small longs. Not much happening right now. I think the markets are tiring out a little bit from the big run today. Tiring out a bit. You doubled your money on Doge back then at 8 cents and then watched it go to 73 with no Doge. Yep. A lot of people did that. I remember in April, someone I knew was doing swing trading and they took profit at like, it was like 7.9, almost 8 cents. And they said, I'm going to buy back in at 6.9. They were convinced it was going to go back to 6.9 cents. And this was right before the middle of April. And it never went down there. It went to about 7.5. And then it took off. Next thing you knew, it was 12 cents, 16 cents, 20 cents, 30 cents. And he was out of the game because he was in the middle of a big swing trade, convinced he was going to buy back in at 6.9 cents. And it didn't go there. Not making the same mistake this time. Yep. Again, we'll talk about all of this stuff this fall. But for now, for me, I'm just holding, still accumulating, not playing games, not taking profits on little pumps. Nope. Too soon for that. Looking at the bigger picture. Could Doge go up to $2 to $5? I mean, if it's like integrated into X payments, who knows? Big catalyst like that. Yeah, like KP says, don't ever sell all. Always be in the game. But people always say, sell it all. Nope. Not with Dogecoin. You don't know. Many compare Doge with sheep. I know. And as the years go on, more and more people forget that SHIB was created as the Dogecoin killer. And many don't understand that SHIB is just an ERC20 token on the Ethereum blockchain, where Dogecoin has its own blockchain, is a real cryptocurrency coin, or SHIB is just a token. But I continue to talk about that and remind people of that because you should know. Dogecoin is the only true meme coin. All of these others that we see here, Bonk, Brett, Mog, Floki, Popcat, Pepe, Whiff, none of those are coins. None of those are coins. They're all tokens built on somebody else's blockchain. Dogecoin has its own blockchain. It's a proof of work cryptocurrency. It has mining, safe, secure, and as I said in my video this morning, the most decentralized cryptocurrency out of all of them, even more than Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is slowly becoming more centralized thanks to BlackRock, ARK, Fidelity, even MicroStrategy. Bitcoin's becoming more centralized. Dogecoin is the true decentralized cryptocurrency. And it will have its day. It will go on its own run. And it will finally get all of the attention this bull cycle. It's just not time yet. Not time yet. Is 5 meme coins too many when I have 50% Bitcoin? So out of your total portfolio, half of it is Bitcoin, and then you've got 10% each in 5 different meme coins. That's not a bad strategy, right? You don't know what the memes are going to do, and you've got a good, solid, Bitcoin holding. It's not bad. Have fun with the memes. That's not bad. I started buying all these other blockchain cryptos like Algo, ETH. I had some Solana, took a profit on that way too early and bought into Cardano. Still waiting for Cardano to go. And then I bought some layer 2s on ETH like Optimism and Arbitrum. And now I've got Celestia and Injective. So I've been building all these other cryptos for this big bull run. We'll see which ones are going to be the biggest winners. So far, Jasmy, percentage-wise, is my biggest gainer, has been Jasmy. Now, I didn't buy enough of that. I bought a lot more Algorand than Jasmy. But Jasmy was a flyer, Last summer, no one was talking about Jasmy. And now it's one of my bigger holdings, just because it's gone up almost 10x. Still got a nice solid climb going. We do. It's, still testing 12.5 cents here. But holding pretty well. We'll see how we go over the weekend. If you sell it all in crypto, what are you going to do? For me, it's real estate. This is giving me the opportunity to be mortgage free. I do not want to be paying a bank any percentage of money for real estate. Mortgage free, bank free, that's my goal. Set for life. And then after the next bear market, crypto bear market 2026, come 2027, I'll just start buying back in. That's my plan. Again, I'll always hold some Bitcoin and some Doge, just not as much as I have now. I'm not holding all of this crypto all the way through 2026. I am taking profits, hopefully at the top of the bull market, but we'll be layering, right? Not going to be able to know exactly when the top is. Again, we'll start talking about those strategies this fall. It's too early now, but I do have an overall plan, and it's anti-bank. I think the real estate has already peaked, low roller. We are seeing a lot of prices coming down. In some areas of the country more than others. Boston area is still pretty hot, but I'm not buying yet. Not right now. But I think we'll see through the rest of the summer and into the fall, we'll see a cooling off of the real estate market in the Boston area. Many other parts of the country has already cooled off. But for me, if I buy the right property, right, I find the right property and I'm using all of crypto profits to buy it, I'm not so worried, right? If it's the right property, whether I can get it for, $50,000 or $100,000 less because the market is slowing down. Yeah, maybe. But we'll see. We will see. I know I shouldn't have sold all the Solana. I should have kept 50%. You're right. I didn't even follow my own strategy. But we could see Cardano still go on a run. Will it outperform Solana on this run? We'll see. Including some Chainlink, Matic, ADA, Solana, Bonk, Pepe, Sheeb, and the meme AI thing. Well, good luck with the meme AI thing. That chart doesn't look great. But Sheeb, Pepe, Bonk, all good. Solana, good. ADA, I don't know about Matic. And you're going to do something with that Matic come September. There's that transition to the POL token that's going to happen. We'll be talking about that some more too. We had Matic in the Kriss DCA portfolio. I sold it. I forgot to tell you guys, I sold it. Here's our portfolio now, $22,700. Sold the Matic, and I bought Celestia into this portfolio, and already up 5% on the Celestia. Where Matic, it was the smallest holding because it had gone down. We were negative over a year holding on to Matic. Just like our XRP is negative after a year. But Coinbase is not supporting, most likely, isn't going to support the transition from Matic to POL. Yes, Matic is going to get a new coin. It's transitioning to the POL, P-O-L, short for Polygon. And they're getting rid of the Matic token. Most likely, Coinbase is not going to support the transition, just like it didn't with Gala. And it didn't for Render. It didn't support the Render. So we sold the Render and we bought Stacks, up 16% on the Stacks so far. And then I sold the Matic, and now we have Celestia in here. Because I think Celestia is totally underbought right now. So the Robinhood wallet, I do have Matic in the Robinhood wallet, which is on the Polygon chain. From what I understand, if you've got Robinhood in the Robinhood wallet, not the Robinhood exchange, but in the Robinhood wallet on the Polygon exchange, it'll do the transfer to POL. And I'm going to be keeping that and watching that, see if that indeed happens. But I don't know if you've got Matic just sitting on Robinhood, whether it's going to do the transfer or not. We'll see. That's your goal too, Ryan? House, mortgage free. It's a great goal. Be free of that mortgage and just imagine what that's going to free up in your life. Just imagine that. On a monthly basis, you're not paying that mortgage. Yeah, you'll have to pay some property taxes. You'll still have your house insurance. You'll have that. But you're not paying the bank. And you've got the title to your house. We're seeing an article about the cost of living around the country. Maybe I should check out Wisconsin. There's a lot of states in the Midwest where cost of living is much lower. I just happen to be in Boston. It's high cost of living here. What is the CME gap of ETH last weekend? I don't know. I don't follow ETH that much. I mean, ETH jumped up in price, hasn't come back and retested. What did you say from last weekend? Yeah, so ETH was there at about 32.21 and it jumped up to, and then didn't retest until about this level here, 33.24, right? So that would be your gap, would be right there, right? Is it going to retest that? Probably not. It doesn't have to. There are all these TA guys says, oh, it has to go and, you know, fill that gap back there. No, it doesn't. If the conditions are set for it to keep going up, it's going to keep going up because of the ETH ETFs that are coming up, the buying that's going to come up. ETH does not have to come back down to 3,200 to fill the CME gap from last week. It doesn't have to do that. And I don't think it will. But hey, that's just me. I'm just a guy on YouTube looking at charts, right? But events and catalysts override technical analysis. They just do. This gap does not need to be filled. The price can just keep going up. And that's what I think is going to happen with ETH. We're not going to see 3,200 ETH. I don't think so. Time to sell my Matic. Yeah, Ryan, I think it's, you know, I got to a point I was looking at it. And again, it was just for our portfolio here. We didn't have much. It was the lowest. It was the smallest holding. You know, this is $318. Matic was only $300. So smallest holding, but I was like, this is, and all of this is sitting on Coinbase. And I just have it sitting on Coinbase because it's just, I'm keeping track of this as a portfolio, which we're going to sell at the top of the bull market in 6 to 8 months, whenever that was. We'll see. So having this migration from Matic to Pol just gave me an excuse to dump the Matic. It wasn't doing anything anyway. And right now, I'm not seeing a lot of great news coming on about Polygon. So sold it. Now I still have a little Polygon of my own, which I have in my Robinhood wallet. And I'll just keep that, see what happens. See what happens with it. It's not a lot. But I do want to see what happens with the migration from Matic to Paul within the Robinhood wallet. And I will check that. Now, if Robinhood comes out and says they're not going to support the migration, then I'm going to dump the Matic. Then I'll dump it. You're down 23%. Yeah. It's had a bad year. Polygon's just had a bad year. Wrong coin to be in. If Doge hits $10, you cashed out and paid off all your taxes and debt. What would you splurge on? We talked about this last week. This was the AMA last week where we were talking about cars. And it was that Ferrari Portofino. I would definitely have one of those. I would definitely have one of those. Paid for in Dogecoin. I wouldn't sell that Dogecoin. I wouldn't cash it out. I would actually use the Dogecoin at $10 a coin to buy a Ferrari. And then, of course, go on some nice trips and do all sorts of other things. But by the time Dogecoin got to $10, I wouldn't have as much Dogecoin as I have now because I would be taking profits along the way. But that's just me. That's my plan. You never own a house. You have to pay property taxes. I know. It's just towns are never going to give up that tax income. That's just it. That's how the towns make money. The cities make money off of those taxes. They're not going to give that up because that helps pay for the schools, the police, the fire, all of that. It's mostly on the backs of the property taxes. They even have dog taxes. Yes. If you own a dog in many towns around Boston, you've got to pay a dog tax. You've got to pay a car tax if you own a car in many towns here as well. Tax, tax, tax. This is America, right? Taxed all to bloody hell. Yep. But they don't tax you on a cat. So you can have a cat for free. But yeah, dog taxes. You believe it? Dog taxes. You got to get it licensed and pay a tax to own a dog. I know, Ryan. I'm just saying. I do say that a lot. Yeah, I know Linfield. They've got that nice outdoor mall in Linfield. A lot of people go there. Are we ever going to get those cat videos you promised us so long ago? Oh, Ryan. Cat videos. What did I promise? What did I promise in cat videos? I don't remember. I don't remember. Yeah, if you own a dog, you have to pay tax here. It's a yearly tax. You pay for the license and you pay the tax. Isn't that crazy? Boston Tea Party version 2. Oh. Except it'll be all the dogs. We'll have all the dogs lined up. They tax people for the work. The tax workers for the people that don't work. I know we talk about this all the time, how it's the middle class in the United States that pays for the lower and upper classes. The middle class, the real workers who are actually working and getting things done are the ones that end up getting taxed the most, because most of the wealthy are paying their tax accountants and lawyers to get out of paying taxes and figuring out what all the loopholes are, while the lower class are taking handouts. The middle class pays all the taxes in the United States. Not all literally, but figuratively. Yeah. Which makes the future of the country a little tenuous, because the middle class is shrinking in the United States. There's more wealthy and a lot more lower income people every year. Shrinking middle class, and yet the backs of the taxes, most of the taxes are coming from the middle class in the United States. Does you have to pay TV license taxes? No. There isn't a tax if you own a TV set, but they get you on the connection via cable or satellite or whatever it is. There's some tax in there. I haven't looked at my Verizon bill in detail to see if there's a tax. There probably is. I'm on Verizon Fios here, and there's probably a tax. Yeah. But there isn't a tax just to own a TV set. Oh, that's what it was. Cat videos. Got it, Ryan. I got it now. Way past that. It's a worldwide problem, not just USA, where the middle class pays most of the taxes. Yep, I believe that. What country are you in, Low Roller? You're not too far from Market Street? Cool. Yeah, I go up that way every now and then. Oh, you're in USA. You just know a lot about Europe and other countries, what's going on. Got it. Got it. Got it. Hey, look at Doge, still hanging out above 12.5 cents. Not too bad. Bitcoin still hanging out above 67K. I am bullish, Fire Legend. I'm more bullish today than I was a week ago. That's for sure. Very excited about next week. ETH ETFs, Bitcoin conference. Bitcoin conference weeks in the past have led to actually a decrease in the crypto market. But I think next week is going to be different. There's a lot of anticipation about Donald Trump attending the Bitcoin conference and giving a speech. And I think that's going to bring a lot of clarity to what his administration's plans are for digital assets, particularly Bitcoin. Because the chances of Trump winning the presidency is pretty high right now. Well, the Democrats are still trying to figure out who's actually going to run in November. So it's going to be a big week next week. I'm very bullish. And I think that's just going to begin this late summer run heading into the fall of where we're looking for that next big run up in the prices of crypto and particularly Doge. Again, this was my title today was Dogecoin's post Bitcoin halving rally. It was based on this chart here, 2016, 2020, 2024, where the setup is very similar to what we had in past 4-year cycles. And this is, again, what I'm betting on for this next big bull run is all based on the 4-year cycles, all based on the Bitcoin halvings, post Bitcoin halving, having big run-ups, big alt seasons. And that's why I went all in on crypto for this bull run. How good is it going to do? I don't know. We don't know yet. There are some who say they're diminishing returns because market caps are much larger than they were 4 years ago. That is true. But once we're in it, once these all start to move up, then we'll start talking about those strategies and what things are looking like to try and maximize your profits, knowing that you're never going to guess the absolute top of the bull market. So we are now in that anticipation of this move up. And I think next week it's looking pretty good. So yes, Fire Legend, I am bullish. I'm very bullish right now. Much more than I was a week ago. And you can see it just on my YouTube channel based on my videos, right? Look at my video titles even. Another big Dogecoin dip coming 10 days ago. More Dogecoin pain ahead 7 days ago. But then it was like, well, maybe there's this price surge coming 4 days ago. But then 3 days ago, I was like, oh, I don't know, up from here or down from here. A lot of uncertainty, even 3 days ago. But that's how the summer goes, right? That's how it's been. I mean, you can just look at my thumbnails and titles of my videos, and you kind of get the feeling of how the trend has gone. But yes, I am bullish right now. Every time Doge goes up, I get calls from my friends. They want to join in. Have them tune in here. Dems are tearing themselves apart. I know. It's not looking great right now. Be interesting to see what comes out. The convention is in a few weeks. They got to have a plan. They got to have a plan. Overall, I mean, earlier today, we talked about this massive global IT failure disrupting essential services worldwide, from banking to travel, media, supermarkets, payment systems, telecommunications, and more. But not crypto. And the Dogecoin network remains fully operational, unaffected by the outage. Another reason. Self-custody crypto. Take care of yourself. Wealth building, we've been talking about. For a year and a half, we've been talking about wealth building. And we're right on the cusp of this big run where the wealth is made isn't buying dollar Dogecoin, right? It's buying 10-cent Dogecoin or 11-cent Dogecoin, right? getting that extra leg up now, accumulating when prices are low. The whole Biden COVID thing just seemed fishy to me. Did he actually have COVID? Maybe. Sure, right? It just seemed convenient. I don't know. Seemed convenient to me. But if he did, I hope he's well. Certainly don't wish that on anybody, especially for people around him. I don't even know if COVID is as transmissible as it used to be between people. Maybe it is. I know you carry Jasmine, have a massive bag, bought in too high though with FOMO. Do I see it taking off? Yes, I do. I do. And I mean, Jasmine could get huge FOMO, and there could be accompanying big news and catalysts for Jasmine as well. And that's why I haven't taken any profits, even though I'm up almost 10x on my Jasmine that I bought a year ago. I'm not taking profits yet. I want to wait until this alt season starts going, and then we'll see about taking profits. But it's not time yet. Too soon right now. Too soon for me. COVID numbers are ticking up. I haven't noticed that, but could be. If everybody starts wearing masks again, then maybe I'll get worried. But as far as I know, I never got it. I never tested positive. I didn't feel good a few times, but could have had it. I didn't do a lot of testing. I don't work at a job where I have to test very often, so. Can Doge just get to 35 cents already? I know, Rocky, right? I know. Can we just get there already? Then we can start talking about profit-taking strategies. Let's just get there. I agree. Let's just get there. Yeah, it's basically the flu. Unfortunately, the early versions of it just happened to affect people who had breathing difficulties, and other health challenges much greater than the flu. So it did cause a lot of deaths. Can Doge just get to $24? Right. Yeah. It's weird how some of the notes show up on my streaming service, but they don't show up on my. Oh, I'm on Top Chat. That's why. Live chat. Here we go. I don't know flu deaths and things like that. I don't follow that stuff. I don't follow that. I know what we do in our family. We eat healthy, get exercise, don't do crazy, stupid things. And we've all been pretty healthy. We've done all right. Do I think Elon doesn't support Dogecoin anymore? If I got a video for you to watch, go to my YouTube channel. After this live stream is over, go to my YouTube channel and from 12 days ago, watch this video right here that says Elon Musk still supports Dogecoin. Okay, watch. Let me get this lined up here. Watch that video right there. Elon Musk still supports Dogecoin. I made that 12 days ago. That is the video you want to watch, Bandar. Continued wellness and good health to you as well, Proxy. Yep, haven't taken profits either. Too soon. Totally agree. We're in this 4-year cycle. The global liquidity is still yet to hit big time. We have in the United States, most likely interest rates are going to be cut. Maybe September, maybe November. Politics will probably play a role in that, even though Jerome Powell won't admit it, but it probably does. But global liquidity, always in the fall, after the summer, particularly in the United States election year, there's just more money available for investing. Prices go up. Usually hits around October timeframe. Did last year. So yeah, we're not even going to start talking about taking profits until October at the soonest. Unless there's some crazy catalyst that happens before then. And I know we're sitting here in July and you say, oh, Kriss, what are you talking about October for? It's so far away. Is it really? August, September, October, 3 months. Can you make it 3 months? I mean, you've made it however many the past year and a half, right? When we really started accumulating in this bear market. So yeah, we're right on the cusp of this big, huge thing. Like Raul Paul says, don't F it up, right? Don't F it up. Don't play silly games. Don't do leverage. Don't do shorting, swing trading, all that. Just no. Again, I can't tell you what to do. I can tell you what I'm doing, and I'm still accumulating. I bought more Dogecoin this morning at 1188. Right here before those green candles, I bought Doge right there, 1188. It was 2,000 Doge, about $230 worth or so, whatever I had left on Coinbase. I'm throwing it into Doge. And boom, Doge took off right after that. I was like, yeah, that was pretty good timing. That was pretty good timing. Again, not a lot, but again, it's when you dollar cost average, you accumulate what you can when you can. And I know I've got millions of other Dogecoin, but what's another 2,000? It's another 2,000 Dogecoin. You just add it to the stash in the bag. It's better than keeping it in US dollars, which is just going to inflate away. So why not have your extra cash be in Dogecoin instead? If you need it for any reason, then just sell the Doge. Get your cash back, and you'll have more cash when you get it back. 6 months from now, Dogecoin is not going to be 12.5 cents. Can I guarantee that? I'm probably 99% sure that 6 months from now, we are not looking at 12.5 cent Dogecoin. 99% sure of that. You're welcome. Yeah, take a look at that Elon video. That's a good one. Honestly speaking, he hasn't done anything for Doge. The amount of power and authority he holds, he could have done a lot more, but he hasn't. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes. We'll see. Trump spoke to Zelensky, pledged to end the war. Yeah, Trump's already been saying that. He's saying he's going to end the war. And well, he says if he had been president, the war never would have happened. But if it did happen, he said he's going to end it. He could have it ended like that. I think that would be good. I don't like wars. End them. I'd be happy with 50-cent Doge. Same. Oh, Rocky, 13 cents? Come on. The end of the year, you're thinking Doge is only 13 cents? Really? Not all of Oklahoma is the Wild West. Tulsa's a pretty good city. Been there. Oklahoma City, decent city. Not the Wild West. What else going on, guys? Not too much. I haven't heard anything more about the WazirX India exchange and what's happened with that since the hack on the wallet. 5.4 trillion SHIB transferred out of a multi-sig wallet. Unbelievable. 15,000 ETH, 20 million Matic, 640 billion Pepe, 26 billion Floki. Have not heard the follow-up on this yet. Exchanges got to do a better job. Another reason, self-custody your crypto. Another reason to do that. Trump will become president. Doge will become $1. I'll take it. I'll take it. All right, gang. Hey, everybody have a great weekend. I'll probably do a video maybe Sunday. We'll see. Otherwise, Monday, I will be live again. Next live stream. So tune in. See how the weekend trading goes. I think it's going to be an exciting week next week. A lot of great things coming up. I'm bullish. Yes. I'm bullish. I hope you are too. Hope you have a great weekend. We'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.